So the evening after we came back from giving this teaching to the believers in that village, I went with the pastor to one of the families that's in his congregation, and as we arrived there, I just saw the poverty of those people, and I was really struck by it. We went into the house. You cannot really even call it a house because it was just like four walls, and there wasn't even a door in front of the hole, and that we walked through, and even the where the windows are supposed to be, there's no glass, and the children were sitting, 3 children were sitting on the floor with the mosquitoes just zooming all around them, and they offered us the only free furniture that they have in the house, which was 2 chairs and 1 table. And as we started to talk, after a while, I asked Anushka, the mother, to share with me her testimonial. And I thought that she was going to complain about many things. But as she started to talk, there was just thankfulness that came out of her mouth. And I was just amazed at how she just glorified God for everything that she has. And she just said that how God brought her out from the dumps to the place where she is now. And as she was talking, the only thing that she almost like confessed about was that she doesn't always every day spend enough time with Jesus, and she said she felt guilty about it. And I could just tell her the story about the prodigal son and how Jesus always comes with open arms when we come back to him, and he always forgives us because there is therefore no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. And as I was telling, after a while also the pastor told me that her husband is an alcoholic, and so many people of that village are really that is a bondage that is over that place, and he's also not a believer, Anushka didn't complain about it. She only asked that we really pray for her husband, and there we prayed for him. And after a while, her one daughter brought us some food. And as she put it in front of us, I looked over to the pastor and Pastor Pratik, and I asked him, but are we supposed to eat it? Because I knew that if we were going to eat the food, they are not going to have food for that night. But on the other side, also I knew that if we don't eat the food, then maybe they're going to feel offended. So the pastor said to me that we can eat just maybe 1 bite, because he knew also afterwards we were going to another family where we were going to have dinner. And we ate 1 bite, and we talked a bit longer. And as we went out of the house, the Anushka came to us and she put some money into my hand. And when I took it and I climbed onto the back of the scooter, and I became emotional because it reminded me of the story where Jesus was with his disciples at the temple, and they looked as everyone put in the tithes, and there was one widow that came, and she only put in 1 small copper coin, and as she put it in, Jesus said to his disciples that she put in the most than all of the other people, because she gave all she had, while the others gave out of their abundance. And I thought to myself, but how often do I maybe hold on to the things that God is giving me? And there that night, as actually tears was rolling down my eyes, I decided to really, it doesn't matter how much I have. When God tells me to give, I must give, because he's the one that provides. And also a beautiful thing that I could see in Anushka is the fact that she trusts that God is her provider. So even if she gives and she doesn't have anything, she knows that the next day God will be the one that provides for her. And I shouldn't be afraid and worry about the future, because every day God is our provider.
Come the pastures we